I think it's the first time we see the world map in this anime. Tavern guys, they tricked him to buy a fake map or something.
悪い悪い。あんた地図買ってたろ？
Yeah.
これだよな。
Same map.
ちなみにこれ。You
wanna buy this for 10 gold more? He got bamboozled. But I wouldn't say it's illegal though. No. That's more that's one of those things that isn't illegal. It's more ethically wrong, right? If I have an item here and it's like, oh, you wanna buy my Mary? You can buy it for $10,000, right? I mean, I will sell it for you. You can buy a new Mary figure for like a few $100s, right? People scalp though, I think that's different though. It's a little bit of scalping, right? What they do him, but it's slightly different because in this case they weren't even out of maps, right? They kind of scalped him because they sold him a map way more expensive that he had to pay for it. But he also could have gone to the real place to buy the map. So there was more like tricking him that, oh, you want a map? Here you can get a map immediately, right? Yeah. Cooking show. So hello everyone here, time course to make some food, right? Yeah, I mean, I think that was fun. It's Isekai, he's OP, he's cheating with Amazon. Now he starts. Yeah, he got his best friend, Massive Wolf. But that is fun, guys. So much cooking, man. This is like so my favorite Isekais, yeah. Oh, look at this. Lemon butter! Oh my! So kind of anime. It looks almost, yeah, lemon butter sauce. Oh. Eating a sandwich. He's using a sandwich. It's lame, he's using a sandwich. After the amazing food he's given his puppy. Yeah. Okay, some rock birds. But last episode he went out and killed all the... Yeah, he went out here and defeated all the animals, right? Yeah, it's like the moose and so on. The moose and the chimeras. And he was like, oh my god, there's so much good food out here. Yeah, and then it's getting stronger and stronger. Yeah, the more he eats, the stronger he gets, right? Imagine if Soma were at this. Imagine if Soma were at this, they eat the food, he's like, sir, this is the god tag, and you get like 1,000,000 times more stats. Yeah, you eat like their ultimate food they make. He's my perfect food cook and so on. Oh, that would be crazy. If Soma did this, that would be really crazy. Oh, now he's very proud of himself. Yeah. He's turning OP, man. He's getting into trouble. He's like, I don't want to leave. He wants to live a careful life, right? Yeah. Oh man, can he do it? Fireball? No, he couldn't do it. Nothing happened. He got the stats, but they don't have any skills. Yeah, what are you trying to do? It's not works. Yeah, it's embarrassing. Yeah, you can't just throw magic like that. You just need to do something special. He's like, no. If you wanna summon fireballs, you gotta... How does it work then? You got something special? I guess so.
なんかあったかい。
わかったか?
You feel it? You get it?
なんとなく。
ならば、あとは訓練があるのみだ。
He's like the best friend ever! You feel it?
やるぞ!
Yes, I can do it now! Yeah, it's like, okay, off the first, yeah. It's like, you feel it? You feel my fur? Yeah. It's like, you feel it, bro? You feel it? Yeah, I feel it. It's like, okay. Do. It's like this weird bromance anime, yeah. Yeah, see what he does this episode. It's often see come back with all the food and so on. Do. I'm still waiting for the waifus though. Yeah, we got this god, this thing here. Yeah, like we got I'm waiting for the waifus forms up here though. Yeah. We need the waifus to come though. Still waiting for that. Where's all the waifus, man? Get them opening. Teasing me with the opening. Yeah, still waiting for my waifus. Yes, he's trying to. I think it's good though. He's trying to throw fireballs. He's back like, okay, I can fireballs. Got like a can there. Yeah, it feels like a kid, you know, when you use like a BB gun or something. Yeah, he's like. Come on, he was like training on the can, man. I liked it. Oh, okay, we gotta. No, that's for idiots. He's like, no, we gotta train the goblins. Shoot the goblins then. Yeah, I was like, what? He's like, let's do goblin slayer on it. But I want the can. He's like, no, these goblins, they're like level 1. Yeah. It's a very video game. Just do it. Yeah. Just do it. Shoot. This is so mean. This is like, just find some goblins and shoot them instead. You're gonna train on cans? When we got goblins to shoot at? Like, no, come on. Man, yeah, he's like, no, we can just throw it at the goblins. This is kind of mean, man. These poor goblin guys. They're just out there, you know, chilling out. Yeah, these poor goblins. They're just like, unnecessary goblin slayer. Yeah, it's just like, oh, come on, man. Like, they're basically free. And now we got fireball. There we go. Yosh, I did it! It hurt them or something. I love it, trips. I mean, you got the super Luke boy. Oh, yeah, maybe sheep power. Unlocking sheep magic. Oh my god. Fireball! Det must be off with Dalmatian now. Fireball! Well, it's good though. Yeah. Out of mana, I guess. It's out of mana, right? Out of mana. Well, he's Wolf's gonna save him, of course. Yeah. Of course, gonna get saved by his best friend, right? His bro. I mean, yeah, it's collapsing here, but I mean, it's something like it costs mana, right, to throw fireballs. I mean, he wasn't doing daily though. He's there with his bestie, like the super powerful. Yeah, like, that's pretty good. It's like, it was pretty fun. It's like, it was pretty impressive. Now, that whole concept is like, what, trying fireballs on a can? No, we're gonna go over here and throw them on living goblins. It's gonna be way more fun, man. It's like, what? More stats though, makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. So I think more stats. A whole goblin maybe. Oh, it's a king, okay. It's like, yeah, bigger goblin, goblin king, of course. All the Isekais follow basically the same rule stuff because of goblins. Yeah, now this is the goblin king, whole goblin. You can eat goblins. Oh my god, terrible, terrible, the guys. It's like, can you explain to me about the mechanics and stuff? I was like, maybe I forgot. It's a pretty terrible friend instance. Oh, I forgot to spin it. As always, how the hett on I get angry, man. As always. This is also, I guess. That it costs. There's no mana, right? Maybe you can't shop then. Maybe you can't shop because there's no mana. But you can still do it. melon bread. This is so Japanese. All the school animes, they have melon bread, yeah. Oh my melon bread! This is so Japanese, man. They get the watermelon bread, yeah. The melon bread! Maybe you can get fat now, so you get a lot of sugary sweets, man. Gonna give your wolf a lot of these, like, yeah, sugary pastries. Gonna have next episode, and the wolf is like super obese. After eating like 100 cinnamon buns. Yeah, it's gonna eat like 1 million cinnamon buns now and get really fat probably. I wouldn't even surprise me to say, I mean, seriously, yeah. It's very rich on sugar. Yeah, all this like typical. But I mean, this is like bread though. Yeah, this is probably fine, like melon breads. But if he eats only like sugary sweets, right? Oh, here we go. Goddesses. Finally, we get the waifus. We get the waifus. Ooh, yeah.
フェルが風魔法が得意だっていうのは。
我が生
まれ持った素質はもちろんだが、ニンニル様のお力でさらにうまく扱えるようになったのだ。
I am a pretty waifu after all. I think the wolves think that. I mean, they look the same, right? The wolf and I'm actually a waifu. I think the wolf now, Fenrir-chan, yeah. I'm actually a hot babe in after this form. Yeah. I was waiting for you to bleach and be like, well, I might look like a scary wolf, but I'm actually an attractive goddess. Yeah, I'm just waiting for it to. Here comes the goddess. Here she is. Yeah, finally. Finally, the goddess comes. Finally, the wife enters. Yeah, it's an Isekai. We need to have a goddess. We need to have a goddess in it. I'm sitting here after all in my aqua shirt right there. We need to have a goddess coming in. Definitely. But there's more than one goddess so we know it's like 3, right? Yeah, so something like that. There's 3 goddesses, nothing. We also had the chick of the rogue and so on. Yeah, but they basically not in the anime anymore. But episode 1, episode 2 though, we did have like his party members though, which is nice to him. Yeah, we had like his first friends, right? They also kind of appeared, but yeah, that's true. So had as always, I was afraid of his big wolf, right? Yeah. Kurva. It's like a book. So this is right with JRPGs. You gotta read the books about the goddesses. Yeah, you gotta read the books to find the god, right? I always loved it in Sega has a tree. Because you read about the god, this one. No, I always loved in old, JRPGs like SNES and PlayStation 1 usually. You had to read the library and read about the books. Yeah, because it was pre-internet, right? So if you want to find something in the game, how do I open this door, or how do I meet the dark goddess? I need to read the book in the game, and now okay, I say this is how I do it. You need to go and do your own research in the game, right? I still try to always do that, of course, and not actually cheat the internet, but I think it's a huge thing people. But because people are so used to cheating now, honestly, I think it's fascinating. Because people are so used today to do that shit, right? I think that the developers also stop using games like that because they're like, who cares? This are gonna, I think they feel like it doesn't matter anymore. That's not. Oh yeah, bones. Very Japanese.
串に刺して焼いたものとレッドボアや多くの肉に衣をつけて油で揚げた
Super Japanese. Tonkatsu is like pork so. Tonkatsu is yeah, it's very Japanese. Seriously, pig. Yeah. No, korawa. He's always licking his face. It always makes me also be like, oh, korawa. Yeah, I'm also getting into that. Oh yeah, getting hungry watching the anime. But yeah, tonkatsu and fried chicken here. Talking about. I like it. Like he's reviewing Japanese tonkatsu now. There's a really good anime called Tonkatsu, Ramen Tonkatsu, which no one has seen, I feel. Yeah, it's an anime called Tonkatsu. Tonkatsu is like a criminal anime, you know, about like assassins, and I feel no one has seen it. What's full name again? Hataka Tonkatsu. This anime is awesome. I wish people more. I have reviewed this whole anime, reviewed ancient anime. It's a really good anime, and no one has seen it. It's like a badass assassins, got like a cute look and everything. This anime here. This anime, I recommend watching it. It's freaking good, man. That's called Hataka Tonkatsu, yeah. So every time I hear someone talking about tonkatsu, the food, right? I'm like, oh yeah, like the anime. But of course you eat that, of course you eat tonkatsu in that anime, as well I can expect that, of course they do. Of course they, of course they consume tonkatsu in the anime, like makes sense, right? Yeah, Isekai, yeah. Isekai is a bar, I guess, but yeah, Isekai, yeah. Sure, suppose. Yeah, it's just a bar, right? A tavern, or a taverna, yeah. It's a taverna. As a kid, I learned what the word tavern was when I played His Mathematic 2, yeah. I was like asking my mom, what's a tavern, mom? Yeah, what's a tavern, you know? You're playing His Mathematic, you have to get the heroes in the tavern, right? So I was like, mom, what does the word tavern mean? I was like 8, you know, playing His Mathematic. I was like, I don't know what a tavern is. I think people drink or something. What's that new word, like, you know, bar and so on, right? So I was like, what's a tavern? It's like, oh, a tavern's like an old bar, yeah. It's like, oh, yeah, that's like a barn. Oh, I see, yeah. Oh, sorry. But yeah, this reminds me of my Here's Mathematic now. Going in here, meeting his heroes, the rogue guy. Yeah, this is where you pick up your heroes! Yeah, with the warrior guy and so on. No, but I love Here's Mathematic, man, one of my favorite games. I worked on a similar game, and actually, you know, I used to work at a company that does Sons of Conquest, you know. So, you know, that game is. That's my old company. I used to work for them back in the days, you know, like 5 years ago. They're making a Here's Mathematic clone, basically. Which is way worse than Here's Mathematic, in my opinion, but nah, you could have made it way better, that game. Yeah, that game is not impressive, in my opinion, at all. A map. I think it's the first time we see the world map in this anime. I think so. We kind of saw it there. Oh. Man, I really tricked him. This evil tavern guys, they tricked him to buy a fake map or something.
悪い悪い。あんた地図買ってたろ？
Yeah,
ええ。
これだよな。
the map.
ちなみにこれ冒険者ギルドじゃ。
You wanna buy this for 10 gold more?
騙された。
Own man, yeah. He bought out. I mean, they didn't. I mean, they scammed him, but it wasn't like super mean. It is an actual map, I guess. Yeah, it is an actual map. I mean, but yeah, they were like, yeah, you were paid. Right? He got bamboozled. But I wouldn't say it's illegal though. No, that's more that's one of those things that isn't illegal. It's more ethically wrong, right? If I have an item here and it's like, oh, you wanna buy my Mary? You can buy it for $10,000, right? I mean, I will sell it for you. You can buy a new Mary figure for like a few $100s, right? You know what I mean? She costs like, now it costs like $30, $40, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's like in that price range, right? $30-$40, right? So you can pay that, or you can pay me $1,000, of course I can sell it, right? So it's more like, bamboozling someone, right? Would you call it a scam? I don't know. But now we get the map here again, yeah, I can see the map again. Yeah, the full map there. But yeah, he got bamboozled by them. I think it is, I think it's fair to not call it illegal thing. Defending mean practices here. Defending evil practices. But no, I think it's fair, right? I think it's fair to say that, because if you look at it, maybe it's after this a little bit. Oh, it's just slime coming in there, it's adorable. Yeah. But let me explain the last point. I think the interesting is from a mental standpoint, right? Because is it a scam or is it a bamboozling, something like that? And I think it's like a bamboozle, right? Where I make you overpay, yeah. It's not like illegal for me to have here's a deal, right? You want to buy a map from me. It costs you like 500 gold coins. You're like, oh my god, I need a map, And actually, I've seen video games that does this thing, right? We can buy a map in the game, and get like the dungeon or maybe the forest or whatever, right? Or maybe a city map. And then you actually can buy the map at another place and it's cheaper, right? So I think that's pretty good. That's a good point. He was like, oh, we got a map. Great to have a map of the JRPG game world, right? My Isekai into a fantasy world. Great to have the maps. So I can see where the dungeons are or whatever. And they're like, yeah, here's the map for like, 10 gold coins, whatever. Yeah, 50 gold coins. He's like, okay, gotta take it, right? And then it's like, the other guy's like, it costs like 1 silver coin over there at the shop. You know what I mean? He's just being, he's paying the middleman there, right? But it's kind of like, if you look at something like, I don't know. I think it's different though when people say, for example, what's it called now again? Poachers, whatever it's called. Now when they buy, what's it called again? When they buy like PS5 and when they buy a PS5. Is it called poachers? Yeah, poachers. People that buy like all the scalpers and poachers. Yeah, scalpers usually, right? Yeah, it's called poachers really, but yeah, scalpers. Where I'm from is called that. It's not called scalping, but whatever. People that scalp though, I think they're different though. It's a little bit of scalping, right? But it's slightly different because in this case they weren't even out of maps, right? They kind of scalped him because they sold him a map way more expensive that he had to pay for it. But he also could have gone to the real place to buy the map. So there was more like tricking him that, oh, you want a map? Here you can get a map of meat, right? Yeah. He basically paid for the trip not to get it, right? But a scalp, I think, is more like you buy. A scalping, I think, would be that these guys had bought all the maps, right? If they had bought like 50 maps or whatever, so they bought off all the maps, and now no one can buy the map from the producer, then they can then sell the maps way more expensive, right? Because there are no other maps until the map maker makes more maps, right? I think that would be net, but actually, that would be an interesting concept actually in like a role-playing game or a fantasy world. Scalping, yeah, someone has gone there, right? You're gonna go to buy the world map or the dungeon map from a guy in the town, and the map maker, all the maps are bought by some guy that is reselling them more expensively. So yeah, that would be an interesting part of it. Like, because I mean, of course, in most games, obviously the map maker, in most games, they have infinite stock, right? But in reality, or if it's like in a fantasy world, Isekai, of course, the map maker can only make certain amount of maps, right? In a time, yeah, it takes time and money to make the maps, right? So they wouldn't actually probably have that many maps in reality. I mean, old school reality, right? 1,000 years ago, medieval time Europe, having a map is not that cheap, right? I'm gonna have not a good map. I mean, if you have like a drawing, right? But yeah, at that time, and that's one thing I said at that point. one thing though I do miss kind of talking about a lot of times in my life, being born in the wrong time, right? But I think one reason why we like these isekais, why we enjoy these fantasy worlds, is just because of the escapism or whatever, or because the fun of comedy, it's a fun anime, it's a wholesome food anime, right? I think a large part is also because we're born in this like 20th century, 21st century Nigeria or something, and it's not really like we can do much to explore, right? We can't go to space yet, right? People dreaming of going to space. That's probably won't happen in our lifetime, right? I'm sorry, but it probably won't, right? Because of technology. Maybe in the future. Maybe go to Mars, but I mean, really go to, you know, sci-fi world. Yeah, we need way better tech, right? That's like 1,000 years from now, right? And also, we can't go and explore in the seas. We can, but not really, because, you know, I mean, if you lived like 500 years ago, or even more 1,000 years ago, you literally didn't know, right? What was on the other side of the horizon. The whole idea of New Horizon and those games and so on. Because you didn't know, right? You went into your boat, your ship, right? And you were like, let's sail over there. It might be a new island. We didn't know, right? Today, we know exactly. I mean, I honestly kind of hate, in a way, being born in this time era, right? Because we're like, what can I explore? Because I would love to be, you know, a fantasy explorer guy. Now, being on the ships and so on wasn't that fun, of course. But I think it would be really interesting. And I mean, the whole idea, you know, of these animals, the drones and so on, yeah. I mean, 1,000 years ago, you didn't know how the map looked, right? You didn't know how all the countries were. So you were like, I wonder what that island, have you heard about Vinland, right? Vinland Saga? They have maybe another animal there, maybe they have dragons, who knows, right? Like, we didn't know, right? But now we know exactly, basically, where everything is. So it's like, now there's some dragons. Yeah, now it's like, no. So I think that's also part of the reason why isekais are popular. The fantasy are popular, right? Yeah, because we living right now, we can't go and explore that things, right? And the fantasy has also been a big thing, but obviously exploded during 50, 60 years ago. Yeah, during the 1900s, kind of the start of the fantasy novels, even more so, right? Because yeah, then they have basically discovered the whole planet. Everything was discovered. So instead of writing about perhaps there's a black swan somewhere over there, now it's like there are no black swans, but in my fantasy world there are black swans, right? So yeah, in my magical world, as in Wonderland, which is of course even older than that, but yeah, this is like in my fantasy world, right? Isekai. So as in Wonderland is a kind of isekai, yeah. What was that written? Isekai. As in Wonderland, I want to say 1861, and it's in Wonderland. I want to say the book was released 1865. Damn it, I was so close. Yeah, but I knew it was 1860s. Oh, damn it, that was failure. I knew it was 1860. It's like one of the first isekais. Yeah, I knew it was 1860s. But around, you know, as a model is a good example of, you know, old school isekai, right? Oh, we have the whole planet discovered, so let me write about a fantasy world. Anyway, what do you guys think? Leave a comment below. Have a great day.